All right.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Anyway. Right, let's jump in, shall we?
Okay. All right.
Jump in, see where
Let's
we
do
go.
it.
Okay. Welcome to Big Talk, where we are two individuals who are caffeinated and opinionated on subjects we know very little about. I'm Lee, obviously. And,
Hello, everyone.
And Matt's there. You can't see him because you can't see either of us. But here we are with another episode of Big Talk. How you been, Matt?
Been good.
Yeah.
Coming down with something, I'm pretty sure.
I thought he was just going to say...
Don't know what, but something.
I thought he was just going to say coming down. Like off a bender.
I'm just coming down.
Just
coming down off a bender.
Coming down off all of the drugs.
All the caffeine.
Yeah.
Caffeine crash. Caffeine isn't a euphemism for anything, by the way.
It's just
just in case people think it is.
Yeah, we just drink.
Coked up and opinionated.
Yeah. I think we'd be talking a lot faster, wouldn't we? And telling each other how much we loved each other. There's time for that. There's time for that, though.
Yeah.
Right.
That's us after dark.
That's
after dark, Big Talk.
That's next season. So I've given you
all right.
I've given you a little insight into what the question is today.
A little tasty, yes.
Yeah, Eurovision. So, most of the people who listen to this might know what Eurovision is, or you might have no idea what it is. Bit of backstory: Eurovision is a song contest where European nations and Australia battle it out to be the Eurovision Song Contest winner. It's very
European nations and Australia.
Yeah, that happened a couple of years ago.
How did Australia wangle their way in?
I'm not sure.
How did they manage that?
I don't know. Maybe are they sort of kind of still part of us? It's kind of still like a territory of England. Not like a territory, but like they're part of the Commonwealth, aren't they? But then it should be called the Commonwealth Song Contest.
Yeah.
And then you'd have Canada in there as well.
Yeah.
Yet another thing we know very little about, Matt. Anyway, so it's very, very camp.
Indeed, yes.
Lots of flags, lots of winking. So much so, in fact, that I invented a little game, didn't I, Matt?
Yes, we made a drinking game out of it.
Yeah, and basically it was to drink any time that you saw a flag wave, saw someone wink, blow a kiss, anytime the host changed their outfits, and it led you to be quite inebriated by the end of it, didn't it, Matt? Really? It's safe to
good
say.
Lord, did it ever?
It's safe to say that
wonderful.
You had to salute when your team was on, so you got drafted into your teams, and now unfortunately this is the first time in about 5 years that I haven't been able to watch the Eurovision Song Contest and do the drinking game because I'm in New Zealand at the moment, and that would have meant I'd be drinking at 7 a.m. in the morning. As fun as that is, that would probably speak to some larger problems in my life if I had to be doing that.
It might.
Yeah, but there's always next year. But this year was a very interesting year.
How so?
Because when you win the Eurovision Song Contest, as well, Matt knows, but other people might not. When you win it, your nation hosts it the next year. This year's winner was the Netherlands, so I imagine it will be in Amsterdam or Rotterdam or something like that next year. Last year's winner was from Israel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was held in Israel.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. And, so you can see where this is going, Matt. So
dear.
I
think I can see where this is going.
We're not going straight down that rabbit hole, Matt. I know we know very little about anything, but I am not touching that. That is one thing that I can't touch because I know zilch.
No.
What I will be saying,
complicated, yes.
Yeah. So what I will say, obviously, is that there is opinions about Israel, isn't there? And opinions.
There are some.
And opinions about Palestine, and people have chosen sides and things like that. But it's it's a hot topic of occasion, isn't it? When sort of it erupts again and there's more fighting in the Gaza Strip and things like that. So this one was heavily politicized. So obviously people thinking that Israel's in the wrong, they wanted to protest it. I believe in the Eurovision, like when the winner sung in Israel, people were holding up Palestinian flags in protest.
Right.
So my question is, Matt,
yes.
why is everything so...
How do we fix the Israel-Palestine?
Yeah, how do we fix the Gaza Strip conflict? No, it's why is everything so damn politicized, and does it have to be?
Why?
Because I want to watch the Eurovision.
Question.
I want to watch the Eurovision Song Contest. I want to play my drinking game, and then I want to go to bed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
we can add a new rule to the drinking game, which is whenever someone virtue signals, we take a shot,
or we just turn it off. That's the end game whistle.
That would be a 9-minute drinking game. That would be fun at all. It's only going to get worse when it's in the Netherlands, man. It's only going to get fucking worse.
That will be interesting actually, because it's all going a bit different in politics at the moment. Another thing, Matt. Another thing that's got my goat this week. My goat's been got several times this week, Matt.
Okay.
So now the sort of the breadth of our political discourse with our opponents now is to chuck milkshake over them.
Yes.
Now I saw today that Nigel Farage had a milkshake chucked over him, and there was that Sargon of Akkad. I think he's running for UKIP. He's had like 4 now. I think Tommy Robinson, he got one, and then his thugs got on that kid and sort of gave him a tussle. But it's annoying me. I don't agree with any of the 3 of them at all. But what I also don't...
Farage. Is Farage, Sargon, and Tommy?
Tommy, yeah. I don't really agree with any of them, really. But I also don't agree that our political...
I didn't hear the second person.
Yeah, that was all 3. So you've got Sargon of Akkad. So he was like a YouTube commentator, I believe. And Tommy Robinson and Nigel Farage. Don't agree with them. But what I also don't agree with, that our political discourse has gone to the point where we just chuck food at people. Now, it's happened before. Prescott got an egg chucked at him and he punched that bloke, didn't he? Like years and years ago. Occasionally we'll chuck eggs and things like that. But now we're going straight in with the milkshakes. No other foodstuffs. We're going in with the milkshakes. What is going on, Matt?
I don't know what you're angry about in that case. Are you angry that people are wasting good milkshake?
No, not at all.
Or are you angry that it's happening in the first place?
I'm angry that that's the sort of the depth of our political discourse now with people that we don't agree.
You're angry that the discourse has devolved.
Yeah, with people we don't agree with, we chuck a milkshake over them.
Okay.
I don't like. You got my goat, Matt.
Well, it's being encouraged, I think, is the main issue.
Is it?
It's being encouraged by a lot of people, particularly in the media. Like it's been. So here's the interesting thing: the guy who threw a milkshake at Farage was arrested immediately.
Okay.
The guy who threw one at Tommy Robinson and the guy who threw one at Sargon of Akkad, I think he was warned. I think they were warned.
Okay.
But Farage, because he's a bit more establishment than they are, and a bit more palatable than they are, and a bit more of the man, it seems he's being protected a little bit more. And it's the normalization of political violence. That's the main issue here. It's like there's a lot of stuff happening with on Tommy Robinson's especially. Like there have been a group of protesters descended upon him at some point in some town, and there was like a fight, like a gang were beating up his supporters.
Oh,
and that was not reported at all,
right?
Or it was reported as Tommy Robinson supporters in a scuffle or in a fight or something like that.
Right.
When it was like a gang of people descending on his supporters.
Was this where I heard like bricks were thrown at one of the sides or something like that, or stones or something like that? There was projectiles, not of a milkshake nature, not of a dairy nature.
Yeah.
We're talking legit projectiles.
We're talking legit assault. To the extent where it's like, well, we're talking attempted GBH.
Where did what is the point of this? You know, I mean, obviously,
to strong arm people into silence.
Yeah. It was more of a rhetorical question, but that's not going to help, is it? It's not going to help.
It will help. Well, you'd think it wouldn't. It will help if it's not reported. It will help if people get away with doing that, which they are. And it's a big alarm bell. It's a big alarm. Like, the thing about Britain is we're a very authoritarian state at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
And it's a big alarm bell that people who are against that, and like, I don't particularly agree with Tommy Robinson or Sargon of Akkad or Nigel Farage either. But I think the thing with Sargon, I agree with his free speech stance. But I mean, aside from that, I don't really know what he stands for, because his policies are never reported particularly. Like, people talk about his this thing he said about an MP, but apart from that, they don't talk about what he actually stands for at all. And it's sensationalized. See, that's part of it as well. We need villains, man. It's all narrative.
Yeah,
there needs to be a villain.
It's all good and evil now, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, the Brexit thing has, even though that's an issue that's so damn complicated, I don't know what to make of it. There's no precedence for it.
No.
As I think we may have mentioned before, but there has to be, there are two sides to it. One side, for a narrative purpose, has to be the hero. One side has to be the villain. Most of the people in media were pro-Remain, so there's the good side, and that's the narrative. Now we have good, and now we have evil. So that's how it happens. And it's the same. It's the same in the US. I think it might have been. It might have been the. I don't know how it started. You know, I don't know how it started. I know how it escalated. It escalated with Trump, who was a very loud fella, and Hillary, who played that game of we're the heroes and they're the basket of deplorables. And he subverted that and got into power. And now he's the man, so we're sticking it to the man. You know? I don't know. It's all very complicated. It's all very messy and poopy and complicated and horrible. It's all very poopy.
Yeah. I just want my Eurovision not to be political, Matt, you know?
Well, I mean,
I just want people in silly outfits singing songs and allowing me to drink alcohol while standing up and cheering for my drafted team of the night, You know, that's what I want.
Well, I want the Oscars to celebrate good movies.
Yeah, true.
But they don't.
Mm.
Man, it was in fact, like, it's the over politicization, if that's a word. I don't know if it is.
Coined here.
That you coined here, politicization of everything.
Mm.
Everything has had politics injected into it now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because the loudest voices are on the extreme. That's the other big issue.
Yeah.
The punch Nazis.
Yeah.
The punch Nazi people.
Yeah.
Are the loudest voices.
That's nuts as well, isn't it?
Mm.
Obviously, you don't have to agree with Nazis, and I mean, calling them Nazis is debatable as well.
Well, here's the thing. Who's a Nazi?
Yeah.
Who's a Nazi?
Yeah.
Anyone you disagree with.
Yeah. It's taking
anyone who disagrees with you.
It's taking the power away from that word now again, which is not helpful in the slightest.
It is. It is in a way. It is in a way, but there's still a lot of power behind it. There's a lot of power behind that and racist.
Mm.
And who's racist? Anyone you disagree with.
Mm.
Who's an ist?
Yeah.
Anyone you disagree with.
It's when it's used in those ways, though, is it useful? Is that a useful word to use?
Well, they still have power.
Being used. Yeah.
Well, they still have power, and we've mentioned a million times we're in a post-truth era. It doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're guilty.
Yeah.
The people will come for you if you have a stance that's not the agreed upon stance by the moral arbiters of society. Because when you think about what the moral stance is, it's a set of criteria that you believe in if you're a good person.
Yeah.
Like if you're a good person, you believe in, according to these people, you believe in diversity.
Uh-huh.
You're a feminist. You're pro-choice.
Uh-huh.
You're anti-Israel.
Uh-huh.
You're fucking forgotten the word. You're an atheist.
Uh-huh.
You believe in equal rights for everybody.
Uh-huh.
And you think, I mean, a lot of that's quite reasonable, isn't it?
I think so.
Right? A lot of that's quite reasonable.
I wouldn't weigh in on the Israel-Palestine thing. As I said, I wouldn't, because I know nothing about that. But
yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah.
yes.
Well, that's one where well, yeah, we're not going to get into that. Pro-immigration as well. You have to be pro-immigration to be a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just it's a nightmare, because because you can push all these things to an extreme degree. You can push them all to a very, very extreme degree. And it's like, look, I don't think that people should be barred from entering a nation if for no good reason. But you can push, and that's a reasonable view to have.
Yeah.
But then that can be pushed. That can be pushed and pushed and pushed, and it's the extremes that push it.
Yeah.
And who the extremes have control of a lot of stuff. When people say, like, because I mean, I don't know about extreme. I'm trying to think what the extreme right have control of. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, you could argue politics, some politics.
Yes, some of them, but not all of them.
But not all of them.
They're getting their grubby hands on our free speech, though, Matt. They're getting their grubby hands on that, because we've just given it away to them.
Who are?
The right, the far right,
Oh, yeah,
they're getting their grubby hands over it. That's supposed to be the lefts. We're supposed to be saying, yeah, free speech, and now we're giving it away. Giving away our bargaining chip. But they can't control free speech actually, though, can they? Because the media is heavily lefty, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know I don't really know what the far right control, but the far left control Silicon Valley, academia, Hollywood, most broadcast media,
social media.
I mean, that social media. So that's technology, communication, the past, entertainment, arguably the future, because higher education especially.
Yeah, definitely.
Higher education is almost entirely liberal. I mean,
very true.
And what do you do? And I'm not saying like that. I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying that there should be far right people in education. I don't know what I'm saying with that exactly. But it should not be. It shouldn't be so.
I think I understand.
It shouldn't be as ridiculous.
Yeah, I think what you're saying really is that, well, for one, there shouldn't be far anything anywhere. Everyone should take a fucking breath and be a bit more moderate, really, because extremes.
Everyone should take a breath and expand your horizons a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if you hold these extreme beliefs, you're not someone who has experienced the world.
No, and you're not engaging with a side, are you? Or you're not actively engaging with it in a positive manner. You can engage with it on, in the comment section of Lad Bible. You can do that and call everyone a Nazi or a racist or a gammon or a other thing. Yeah. But it's not engaging with it properly, is it? It's not engaging with the other side properly.
Well, what social media allows you to do is to compartmentalize political views into whatever you want. So if you're an extreme person, you can shut out every other opposing view easily. Just mute, block, delete, mute. Yeah. And now you've got people who agree with you or people you agree with who are really loud just all around you. And it's a whole mess.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get anything different.
No.
You're just closed off. You're an island.
Everyone's just going to be wanking each other off and telling everyone what good views they have, aren't they?
Right. It's just a circle jerk. And like there's going to be an amount of circle jerkery, which is another word we've just made up.
Yeah.
In any group.
Yeah. Because everyone likes to be wanked off intellectually.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone loves that. And physically, I would imagine. But in the intellect... right on the mouthful of Japan cola there.
Indeed, right on the mouthful.
Yeah.
Right on the mouthful while we're talking about wanking off. Phrasing.
Yeah, so we all like it a bit, but we do all need to engage with other people, don't we? I think that's a wise thing to do for people to do,
It's like it's playing to the base animal instincts of humans.
Playing to the amygdala, just squeezing that amygdala for fear and shit like that. The base feelings and going, have a bit of this, rattling it around in your cage, going, I'm angry or I'm
belonging.
sad and happy or there's a tribe there.
Right. Well, it's belonging. Belonging is the thing as well. And in a world where everything, like in a very impersonal world, because the world is getting really impersonal.
Yeah.
People are glued to screens. We're raising children with screens now instead of with the outdoors. People, you look on the tube and everyone's on their damn phone. No one's talking to each other. In an increasingly impersonal world, belonging is like just a connection, and belonging
is more and more of a commodity than ever.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're in a situation where maybe you disagree with a lot of the people around you, it's easy to go like, why isn't there someone out there who agrees with me? And then you go, oh, there is. And you're like, it's this commentator on Twitter, or it's this YouTuber, or it's this personality,
or just any kind of fringe
or it's this
internet
activist,
society,
you know,
fringe internet society. You can find one for anything.
It's this Reddit group. It's whatever. And it's rallying the disenfranchised into a selection of armies.
Yeah.
And all it serves is, and this is the thing, like those armies, they pay money. Those armies are like, they're fucking consumers. So media is going to play to those people.
Yeah.
And well, who is in control of the media? Almost unilaterally.
Yeah.
I mean, with there are some that aren't. I mean, you still got Murdoch kicking around.
Yeah.
Who's very conservative, and you've still got probably some other people, although I can't think of who they are. Murdoch's the big one. He's the big oligarch.
Unless we're further in our fishbowl than we thought we were. You know, as in quotes lefties, that we are more aware of left-leaning media than we are right-leaning media.
Could be the case.
Yeah.
Could be the case.
Interesting.
I mean, YouTube is quite a lot of the, well, that's the thing, like a lot of the right-wing media is independent. Because if you're conservative in Hollywood, you're kicked to the curb fairly quickly.
Right.
Like there's a bunch of people like the guy who used to play Superman.
Oh yeah.
I forget his name because we haven't heard of him in forever.
Yeah.
But you know who I mean.
Yeah.
He's a conservative guy. He's been kicked to the curb.
Right.
Chris Pratt came under a bunch of fire, and I'm not saying he's a conservative, but he's a Christian, and that's sort of enough to attack. Roseanne Barr is another one who was pro-Trump, and she's been kicked to the curb now. I think
didn't she go a bit wacky?
Something she tweeted something. She's always been wacky, but she tweeted something.
But like bad wacky. Didn't she go a bit bad wacky?
I don't know, possibly. But Kanye West.
Has he been
kicked?
If
Kanye West, he hasn't been kicked, no, because he went back on his shit.
Right.
But if he'd gone on for another month, he'd have been out. Who's the little comedian? The little fella. Very funny. He's funny. I like him. Little fella. Short. He's in movies with The Rock.
Oh, Oh God.
Short guy in Movers of the Rock. People know who he means. People are probably screaming
Jumanji,
at
Welcome to the Jungle.
Yes. People are probably like screaming at their screens. How do you not know who this guy is?
Because they haven't read our tagline, where we don't know much about anything. We weren't joking. Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Oh yes, Kevin Hart. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, that guy came under fire for something he said, for a joke he made. I think he's okay because he opted out. He refused to. I think he refused to apologize for it, or something like that, or he did, or he just sort of went, you know what, I'm not even going to pay attention to this anymore.
Chappelle went under fire as well, didn't he, when he made his first special after coming back? Chappelle.
Yeah,
it was about transgender people, I think, and then instantly came back with another joke about how he found himself on a date with a transgender person and how this brought up all sorts of confusion for him and things like that. So he explained the joke and dodged all of the laser beams on that one. It was quite a spectacle to see. It was really, really good.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Louis C.K. as well, who obviously he did his thing. But he came back with some. He's doing stand up again, and he told a joke that was like, he told a Louis C.K. joke. You know, his jokes are like fucked up.
Yeah.
He told one about, I think it was a school shooting joke or something like that, and people jumped up his ass.
Yeah.
There are people out there, I'm surprised that, you know, Bill Burr.
I'm aware of Bill Burr, yeah.
I'm surprised that guy isn't more under fire than he is.
Because he's quite incendiary, isn't he? He's quite incendiary.
He's a fire. He's like a firework, man.
Yeah, he's
like he's a Molotov.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's because he's married a feminist.
Yeah.
Or he just refuses to apologize.
It seems as though
I don't know what it is.
He's a kind of no fucks given kind of character.
Yeah, well, equal opportunity as well. He'll joke about anything.
Yeah. No one is safe from
to a degree. No, exactly. He'll joke about anyone to a degree. Yeah. No. I like him. I like that guy. That guy's hilarious.
Good. Makes me laugh.
Just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. People should stop going after comedy, man.
Well,
it's not just about jokes, though, is it? You know, it's, you know, seeing things from a different perspective, and it is to shock sometimes. You know, it's to be like, oh fuck, oh, he said that thing, oh, it hits you.
Yeah. Well, every joke is there's a comedian out there that said every joke is pain.
Yeah.
every joke hurts somebody.
Yeah.
It might hurt yourself. It might be self-depreciating.
Yeah, true.
But every joke is pain in some respect.
Yeah.
And if people are very sensitive, or just waiting to jump on stuff, then then there you go.
But I mean, when we get taken,
it's like social media has given people a voice. Social media has given people a voice that didn't have it before. And there's a reason they didn't have it before.
Yeah.
Because they just whinge.
Yeah.
There's people out there that just whinge.
They're just they're just moany fuckers.
Is it? Yeah. Like, I mean, when you look at Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
When you look at
a million people asking them to change it. Fuck off.
Well, right. Well, that's not going to do anything. No. Obviously, like, they're not going to change it.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's just a million people giving the middle finger.
Yeah.
That's all it is, really. And it's the thing. I'm not trying to say that that people shouldn't speak and people shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinions. They should, absolutely.
But it's when moaning. They should quit moaning all the time.
But, I mean, you have the right to moan, but it's just, it's when you say, the big thing is, like, people have the right to moan, and then you're not allowed to moan back.
Yeah.
Because those people are just louder than you.
Yeah.
And they have a chorus of loud voices behind them. It's like there's another phrase that's been going around. A racist is just someone in 2019, a racist is someone who disagrees with a black person on Twitter.
Huh.
It's like in the 1960s, it was someone who was, in the 1960s, it was like, you shouldn't sit anywhere near white people.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be even in the same shops. We don't want you drinking out the same water fountains.
Yeah.
And in 2019, it's, hey, I don't think that's true. Racist.
Yeah.
Like, stupid.
Just the meanings are becoming just watered, aren't they? This is what I was saying about the whole Nazi thing. The meanings, the definitions of them. Well, not the definitions, because the definitions are the same. People are just using it wrong. But they're just getting watered down, and that's what I want to moan about, People, obviously, I totally agree with you. People have a right to moan, but I also have a right to not give a fuck what they're moaning about.
Absolutely.
They could equally say that, well, don't listen to me then. If you're loud enough, I can't not. Unfortunately.
Yes. That's the problem. That's the big problem. If you're loud enough, everyone will hear you, and they know that.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, and that's the problem with it being, with it's trickling into everything. It's like, we're going to make it unavoidable. It's like the fact that it's in, there's a reason I haven't watched a movie, or I used to watch movies all the time. I used to go to the cinema all the time.
Yeah.
And that has tailed off in the last sort of, probably since about 2015. That's just, I just barely go to the cinema, barely engage with media at all. Because you know what you're going to get. And it's like, your escapism is now no escape. And so you get people retreating.
Yeah.
And the further back people retreat, the more the others encroach. So people have retreated into video games. Well, now video games are being politicized to hell and back. People retreated from that into things like D&D and board games, and now they're being politicized into oblivion. It's I think, I don't know if we said it before, we are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
Yeah.
But you can't escape. And the only way to escape, and the people that stand their ground get surrounded until they either fall or they falter. And it's only a matter of time before it's all over everywhere.
Yeah. You're innocent until proven guilty, but we will watch you forever.
Yeah, you're innocent until proven guilty, but you're guilty. You're guilty, even if you're innocent.
Yeah. And we will watch you and watch you until you say something wrong, you stupid bastard who I don't agree with.
And I wonder if because this is America. I mean, we're talking America and Britain, but it's. I imagine in New Zealand it's the same. I imagine in Australia it's the same. In Japan, I'm not sure. In Hungary, it was curbed quite a bit because their guy is very much a bit of a dictator, a bit of a soft dictator.
Yeah, He's blue, isn't he? He's blue rather than pink.
He's very, yeah. It's all Viktor Orban. He's very, yeah. But I wonder, because like in America, obviously the right are in charge of politically, rather. Mm-hmm. In Britain, the right are barely in charge, holding on by their fingernails. Mm-hmm. If in the next, because 2020, there's going to be an election in the US. I don't know when the next one is in Britain. Probably really soon, I would imagine.
It's got, well, it depends. It depends when. Well, it depends when the fucking deal goes through.
If the left wing, or if it goes through.
Yeah.
But I wonder if left-wing parties took power, what would happen? Would it accelerate or would it recede? Because we've got what we wanted. We're in power now.
Yeah. And then you're against the man again, and the counterculture becomes the right. Yeah.
And when you defeat the man, well, the counterculture. Well, yeah. Well, the counterculture at the moment is the right.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Argue.
Yeah. But then you've got sort of a more legitimate. There we are. Legitimate counterculture from a power standpoint.
Yeah. Well, from a governmental power standpoint. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't know what would happen if, because it's a kind of thing of when people get power, they don't just go, okay, we'll stop.
Yeah.
They keep encroaching and they keep taking control. Mm-hmm. And it's not like it's a libertarian force that's going to take power. It's very much an authoritarian force in both the US and the UK.
Yep.
Because we don't have libertarian parties in the UK at all.
No.
So,
who would pay for the roads, Matt? Who would pay for the roads? That's the only thing. That's the only thing I know about libertarians. That's what I hear when anyone says about libertarians. Someone will just say, "Who will build the roads, though?"
Well, there was a libertarian guy in New York. He was talking about letting companies have control of the bridges. So they would pay for the maintenance, and they would get the money from the tolls.
Right.
So they would fix the bridges, and if they were doing a bad job, then they would have to
give it to
someone else. I can't remember. Yeah.
Maybe that's where the meme comes from then. I don't know.
This was, I think it's been a long time before that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with like the thing, like having the government build the roads and infrastructure. That's totally fine. Like I'm not bothered about that.
Yeah.
It's the encroachment on your life.
Yeah. Public liberty. Yeah.
The main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the encroachment. It's the encroachment on your freedom. And the fact that it's guised in a number of things. It's guised in compassion. It's guised in nationalism. Security. It's guised in security. Yes, it's guised in victory. Sometimes it's guised in being prepared. It's guised in all sorts of things. It can be guised in optimism. Like but it's all the same thing. It's all just power. Give me power, 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 power.
Yeah. Yeah, power and a following, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can be in power, but if no one follows you, then you're not going to have that for long. But I guess that kind of, I don't know. Power is a large topic in itself.
It is, yeah. Injustice as well. Injustice is, you can guise it in, or you can guise it in justice rather.
Yeah.
Justice for these people who have been downtrodden. You know, and it's like the people who do that, they don't care about the downtrodden at all.
No.
Like they say they do, but they're just a tool. They're just a tool to chip away at the structure that so they can clamber up it.
Just don't want
it.
I just don't want it all to be politicized, Matt. I just want to watch my Eurovision. That's all I want. I mean, not all in my life, but that's what I wanted to do this weekend. And I was like, I don't have to deal with a Middle East conflict in my Eurovision. I don't know enough about that to have an opinion.
Yeah, well,
can everyone just chill out, you know? Can we all just take a beat and sit down, have some caffeine and talk to people, you know? Let's do that.
It's the main thing. Like, the second you get any perspective, the second you step outside your comfort zone in any way, is the moment where your mind opens and you start seeing the world for what it really is.
Well, if you allow your mind to open, because you can step outside your perception and you can stay well and truly in that bubble. I've seen it happen. You need to allow yourself to be able to do that.
Well, I guess it depends where you go as well. But if you rail against poverty and then you see actual poverty, it's going to be, you see it and you'll experience it. It's going to be a different thing. Like you're pro communism, you're pro socialism, and then you see a communist socialist state, and you see how it's not working for people, and you see how it sucks, and you're like, okay, so this is maybe not the best thing. Or you go to a small town and you see how there can be ignorance because people are locked in this thing and they only there's only the people they know.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, well, I'm starting to understand how these things manifest, and I'm starting to understand why they manifest. And it's like, if you're open, you shield yourself against it if you're open to it.
You've said something really interesting there, and there's a comparison to be made with it. When you talk about the small town where everyone knows each other, and you have this sort of this little town, Little Britain, as we would call it, view of the world, where it comes from that. And there's the comparison there with shutting yourself down in the way we connect with each other now. I say connect, but it's not, authentic connection. It's digital connection, which doesn't really count really in the same way. But you've got that small town mentality happening, don't you? So it's always happened. It's always been able to happen because we've lived in small towns and we've had these views. Right back to the start, this has happened, I would imagine, because we've had, language for 10,000 years or something like that, and it hasn't really changed sort of the way we've communicated. Like, as soon as we had language, we were pretty good at talking, as far as I can tell. It wasn't sort of me like you, me hit you over the head, me hungry. There would be 10,000 years ago, there would be a precursor language where we'd be able to speak like this and voice what's going on up here relatively similarly to what we would do now. We wouldn't understand it, but we could voice those views. Going back, obviously, tangent, blah, blah, blah. So there's always been this capacity for us to revert to that, because that's how it started, isn't it? We started in these tribes, and you're going to have these collective values, aren't you? And then you sort of come out of, you go and see what's over that mountain, and everyone's like, well, look, we got to deal with the tribe first. We haven't got enough sheep. You've got to stay here because over there they'll take the sheep. And you go over there, and they're like, oh, hey man, how's it going? Yeah, we've got some sheep. we've got these other cool things called cows as well. And they're like, oh man, that's cool. And they open up to you. You get different things. So we've always had that capacity. That's where it's kind of started, isn't it? And that's interesting. Maybe that's another base thing that happens to us. You know, you were talking about those base emotions that sort of keep getting jammed in us. You know, the anger, the fear, the primal emotions that just get in your amygdala just squashed and rattled around. And it sort of is easy to jump into it. But maybe that's something to do with it as well, that's where we've come from. So it's sort of kind of an ingrained thing in us, this sort of this small town mentality. And now we can do it without being in we can do it with a city outside. We've both got cities outside. You've got the biggest by area in the world outside yours. Mine's significantly smaller, but there's probably about 500,000 people out there. Maybe this is maybe it's a default setting, Matt. Maybe it's sort of like it's harder to get out, and then it's sort of something that's very easy to fall back into.
Well, the other thing that we do is we recognize patterns.
Oh yeah.
We recognize patterns in everything.
We love a pattern,
and that's sort of how you get to common values. Is you recognize the same patterns in other people.
Yeah.
And it takes. I mean, it takes. I think that's how you get to peace, or you get to an understanding. At least you have
see more patterns.
You don't even need the same values, but you need similar enough values.
Yeah,
and then you can exist together because you know where people stand. That's one of the things. One of the great things, and also one of the kind of terrible things that religions have done, is they've set a base of values, and people go, okay, right, value, and then, oh, you believe the same thing I do, cool, bang, great, and then another religion does that with these people, but then those values don't mix, and then you get the Crusades, and you get caliphates and all sorts of horrible shit.
And then you've got the horrid thing with power as well in those kind of institutions as well. Yeah. Where there's all that kind of nasty stuff that can happen within a religion that we've seen. And I'm not going to dilly-dally, shilly-shally on any religion, but, you know, the information is out there.
I mean, I suspect it's all of them.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, you don't need to name names because it's probably all of them.
Well, it's any kind of institution, isn't it? You know, for those who it's gone over the head, I'm talking about touching and fucking kids. That happens a lot in institutions, but it doesn't even be
touching at anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a religious institution. You had it in the BBC. You had it
Hollywood,
in our government, didn't it? There was probably some stuff that was going on 20 odd years ago and things like that.
That's the thing. It's any cult. Like you look at any cult, and the leader is always fucking.
He's always fucking
everyone's wife.
He's always fucking the wives.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I ask whenever I join a new cult. Matt, I'll go in there. I'll talk to the cult leader, and I'll go, "Are you fucking anyone's wife?" He'll go, "No, look, I've just got this nice message. Are you fucking anyone's wife?" Yes. Well, I'm not joining, and then I'll go on to the next one. I've yet to find.
When he says, "Are you married?" and you go, "Are you fucking the wives?"
I'll answer that question with another question. Are you going to fuck it? Yes. Haha. Cool. Yeah. Off I go. Enjoy your Kool-Aid, motherfucker.
You've been with some very honest cults.
Yeah.
It's everything. It is all of them. Every kind of power institution probably has something like that. Like, I mean, you see it with anything moderately successful in its own universe,
like podcasts.
Even these things,
like podcasts.
Yeah. Well, recently there's been a thing with a streamer. who had an affair. He was married and he had an affair with someone who worked with him.
All right.
And there was, I'm shaky on it. I don't really care because I've never heard of the guy, but he lost. He started, I don't know if she was someone's wife, but he had the biggest subscriber loss in history for about 12 hours before that makeup kid blitzed him and lost more. But that's another thing. Yeah, you know the guy who I don't know how often you're on YouTube.
I'm not really subscribing to many people. I go on there largely.
Well, his videos were always trending.
Okay.
And I thought he was a lesbian.
Okay.
Because he put on, because he like caked his face in makeup.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. He might be trans. I don't know. I might be fucking up his pronoun, but he's he or she or whatever.
Yeah.
Is makeup person, and they lost. I'm going to go with they. They lost, I think, 3 million in a day.
What did they do?
Some shit. I don't know. It's all fashion, bitchy bullshit.
Oh.
And
bloody high fashion. We've been there before, haven't we, Matt? In the fashion world, it's cutthroat.
Yeah. he bigged up the wrong vitamin pill or some bullshit like that. It's fucking stupid.
Gotcha. I mean, that's obvious. That's not things that I want from my makeup tutorial person, to be picking the wrong vitamins, you know. Absolutely not. That's where I draw the line. That's the hill that I die on.
Right. But you do see it everywhere. In big institutions and small institutions, in institutions that you would think were very virtuous. Like Hollywood. I mean, you look at Hollywood and how much they virtue signal about feminism and have done for years. And they've been fucking young women
for parts.
Since Hollywood began.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even the golden era, especially in the golden era.
Well, yeah, I mean, how Marilyn Monroe was one of them. And you think to yourself, it's like it was like an open secret. It's like a secret, but casting couch.
Yeah.
That's been a phrase that everyone's known for decades.
Yeah.
And now we're like, oh, no, well, we're not okay with this now. It's like, oh, right, okay, you're not okay with it now.
Yeah.
It's like now it's a woman too far.
Yeah.
After you've allowed this to happen for decades and decades. And all the, I don't know. I'm suspicious of anyone preaching.
Yeah.
Be it religiously or politically or anything like that. I'm very suspicious.
Anything. Yeah. Because they could end up fucking your wife. They all motherfuckers. Wife fuckers, even.
Well, it depends on the cult.
Yeah. Oh, that's how they could get me next time, couldn't they? I'd go in there and go, "Are you going to fuck my wife?" And they go, "No, Lee, come with me. You look very handsome today." And then I get fucked. And then, you caught me. You got me into your cult. You fucked me.
Well, that's played. It. You're just in.
Well played, guru.
You're just in then. It's like they fuck you and you're in.
Yeah.
There's no escape.
Yeah. God damn it. They tricked me. They bamboozled me.
Have been hornswoggled.
So, back to the question. Why is everything so politicized? So I think we've got somewhere with that.
Yeah, probably.
It's a tribe thing. We've got politics is very de jour, isn't it? You know, of the day.
Yeah. The loudest voices have risen to the top.
A lot of people are moany in life.
A lot of people are moaning.
And now they have a platform that they can effectively moan to a lot of people and be whiny. It's not even moaning, it's whiny, isn't it? Yeah. You can have a moan, but there's whininess. Yeah.
And the truth doesn't matter. That's the other thing.
We've got that whole post-truth thing.
Yeah. Yeah. The truth matters not. You can just put a label on anything, on anyone.
I don't like labels.
Like the Game of Thrones thing is interesting because like a lot of criticism, like for media, it's happened a lot. Like criticism is conflated with like legitimate criticism is conflated with moaning and with sort of you're an ist because you have this opinion on this piece of art, and it's like, well, yeah, you know. But that's my response. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Very fucking eloquent.
Yeah. No, you.
Speaking of Game of Thrones.
Go on. We might as well do it.
I've been trying to crowbar the segue into the conversation. I tried a couple of times.
Somehow I'm going to get the fucking finale in this fucking podcast. What did you think then, Matt? What did you think? Let me give me your views.
I thought they were going to do the thing. I thought they were going to do the thing I said with Bran.
I thought, at the last 10 minutes, I thought, they've done fucking Matt's story. He's going behind the wall.
I want his eyes to go
Bran's the king. They're going to see the zombies. Oh, no, they're just going off. They're just going off to do a buddy thing. I was the same, Matt.
Yeah.
I was exactly the same. I thought, Bran's king. Okay, no, that makes sense in that bit. I was going to the wall. They're north of the wall.
And he's going to go look for the dragon.
And
I thought they'd done it.
I was holding on to my desk going, Matt's called it. Matt. Oh no, he hasn't. Okay.
If they had, I tell you what, if they had done that, I would have loved it.
You would have just gone, mic drop, I'm out.
I'd been like, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, they didn't do that, and the episode sucked.
I didn't mind it.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened at all. Aside from the two big things happened, but aside from that.
The two, major things happened.
Yeah, the two big ending things.
Apart from the ending thing, nothing happened.
Well, right. I mean, they a lot of padding. Like we said
Which
last
you shouldn't
time,
have had to do, really, should you? Seeing as there's only one fucking episode to tie it all up.
Right. Last time.
Yeah.
Last time we spoke about Game of Thrones, we said needed.
Yeah, I said 5 episodes. They needed 5.
Yeah. You needed you need half a season either side of it.
Yep.
And because there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do character-wise, and then they just didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. Instead, they had people walking slowly.
Yeah. I'm sad.
That was, I would say, a good half of the runtime.
Yeah.
Is people walking slowly in silence.
I mean, they do say show, don't tell. But at that point, really, I could have just had Tyrion and Jon go, I'm sad, and got that over with. And then we could have 80 minutes of good things. Rather than a 10-minute montage of them walking, emoting that they're sad. I understand that you're sad. She's betrayed your faith in her. I get that. I would like to see this drawn out more into what that means for you, but walking isn't doing that for me. Oh, you've killed her. Okay.
Yeah.
It was hit.
And it was
hit over my head a bit that she was mad. Yeah. I knew she was mad. We all know she's mad now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was very rushed. Like we have to kill her now.
Yeah.
Now she's mad. We have to kill her.
Yeah.
We can't give her a reason.
Yeah.
And then that's the thing with rushing it. she's literally one character, and then she's another. They just made her. They turned her into Hitler. She's like Hitler, and she's completely ignoring. They turned her into a Nazi, and she's like, and now it's not about the Seven Kingdoms anymore. Now she's like, we're gonna free the world.
We're gonna go on a fucking road trip. Woo!
And not a word. And she completely ignores John.
Yeah.
And then in the next scene,
she loves him.
And then in the next scene, she's like, "Oh, John."
Yeah. They're gonna get it on.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
And why would you need to be convinced at that point to sort her out? It's like you were there, you were on the ground, you saw what happened, you know the orders that have been given to men.
Yeah.
Because you've seen them carrying them out, and they've explicitly told you kill everyone who is a Lannister.
Yeah.
Or like affiliated with the Lannisters.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna tell you a secret now. I'm gonna tell you a secret. So when they were making out, I did this. I was watching it and I was like, "No, John, no!" And then by the time I got back, he stabbed her, and I went, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay." I thought they had.
There are people mad.
I thought they'd subverted the subversion of that, and I thought, "Oh no, he's gonna fucking do a Jamie. There's gonna be a double Jamie in the mix." No.
I don't want to fuck my aunt.
Yeah.
I want to fuck her. Now she's killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Now she's killed 1 million people. She's really hot.
I thought they were going to do that, and I was going to be like, "What has happened? This is nuts." Okay, no, he's killed her. Bit rushed, but he's killed her. That makes sense.
Yeah, there are people really, really mad that he killed her.
Why?
Exactly. Why?
What did they think was going to happen?
This is Twitter again, man. This is Twitter again.
Are people talking in caps again?
It's
all caps on Twitter.
It was a commentator who was like, they've made it okay that like I think they likened Jon Snow to a domestic abuser.
Oh, stop it!
For stabbing Daenerys. And it's like it's normalizing violence against women, and they've justified the violence against a woman's body. And it's just like, come on, you know what? If anybody like killed 1 million people because they were a bit pissed off, they probably got to go.
That's a really janky ethical philosophy from that person. That's really...
if it's a woman...
That's suspect, though, man.
If Hitler was a woman, she'd be a Nazi.
Yeah. That's a bit suspect, that kind of... unless, of course, they're just doing it for like a wanky art thing, as we've said before, or just, just for the hashtag likes, which it probably is. But if that's someone's...
They could be. They could just be stirring up outrage.
If that's actually someone's ethical philosophy, that's very, very suspect.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting to me how they... Because we've talked before about what they did with Daenerys and how it was rushed and how it's not very well executed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can see... It's almost everything she was saying was very compassion authoritarian. What she was saying, it was, we're going to free people. What if they don't agree with us? We'll make them agree with us.
That was the one bit that I didn't like of her. That was the one bit that I didn't like about her speech, and I'm like, now you've hit me over the head that she is nuts. Because the other, if you take that line out, that like will make them, I was like, yeah, definitely nuts. The other two bits of it, she's just crazy, like she's like deluded, and I thought that worked a little bit more. And then I thought they could have taken it a different way, and then I thought, oh no, wait, there's 30 minutes left. She's going to die, And then, but yeah, so it was that one line. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, mad, okay, so she's gonna die. And then I thought she wasn't gonna die, and I did. No, John, no. Oh no, you killed her. Okay.
I thought the dragon would just burn him.
I like that he burnt the throne, though. That was cool. I like that.
Yeah, they've not really gone into how intelligent dragons are.
I think that says it all, though, doesn't it? He burnt the thing down that killed her.
Yeah, well, like the power. Yeah, she was drunk on power. I don't know if. Yeah,
that's how I'm taking it. I'm taking Drogon burnt down the thing that killed his mum, and he was like, "No, it's because of all that fucking power that she was doing. Take her away off to old Valyria." Yeah. That's what I take it as.
Yeah, and that's not. And that I sort of did that as well, and then I thought, well, you were fine with exacting her madness, though. You were fine with burning everyone because she told you to.
But now you're like, but he's still an adolescent, though. If we take this into human terms, he's like 18.
So he's just moody.
He's just got his driving license. He's got his provisional driving license. He's a bit moody. There's these changes going on in his body, and he doesn't know how to. So he's acting out, Matt. He's acting out.
Yeah, that was like Drogon burning King's Landing was the equivalent of like, I've got my car and I'm going to bomb around this corner, and then you like take off a wheel on the curb.
Get out my room, man.
and then him burning the Iron Throne is like, okay, I'll fix it.
Yeah. Then he storms out, slams the door, storms out.
Yeah, there wasn't much that's the only thing. Like, there wasn't any indication before of how intelligent the dragons were. I could buy my dragons doing it. I could buy my dragons doing it, but I don't know if I buy Drogon doing it.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's done.
Yeah.
And
can we just also have a big shout out to Samuel Tarly, who made up democracy on the spot,
and then was laughed out of the room.
Why don't we just let them choose?
And everyone's like, no.
Lol.
What they did there was they invented the Electoral College.
Yeah.
You're like, the representatives, we will decide.
Yeah. But we'll do it in a really janky way, so even if everyone votes one way, the popular vote won't matter. I don't know about the Electoral College. Classic.
They typically follow the people's vote. He stroked Ghost.
Oh, that was just fucking fan service. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
That pissed me off when
apparently
back in it. When he came back in and he gave him a little stroke, I was like, fucking, you bent the knee there. They bent the knee to the fans. I thought, you fucking spineless idiots.
Well,
I think I was the only one here who was angry that the dog was back in it. I'm like, fucking cowards.
Well, it made no sense for him not to do it before. I mean, the thing is, if they did that, if they went back and they went, okay, let's edit in a scene where he strokes the dog, that's like, okay, I'm fine, actually fine with that completely. They reused, it seems they reused footage. Potentially they reused footage from season 4 to do it.
Okay.
It was color corrected, allegedly. I'm not entirely sure if that's true. I've not compared the two scenes, but like, if they planned to do that before, then okay, but it still don't really make sense that you didn't do it earlier.
Yeah. If they planned to do that earlier, I'm okay. If they put that in because of the outrage, they're fucking cowards. And if they put that in,
for me, if they put that in because of the outrage, then that's actually a good thing.
Nah, I think they're cowards for doing it. Yeah, I will have nothing of it. I'm probably the only one who thinks this way, Matt. This is an unpopular opinion, I'm sure of it.
I mean, it was the one grain of sugar in what was a boring lump of beige. which that episode was. It was utterly boring. I'm okay with everyone, with where everyone ended up except John, because they had to make him an idiot. They had to make him a total moron for this season to work. And he's always been a bit too honourable and a little bit unwise and a little bit thick in some ways, but they made him a fucking idiot in this series.
Yeah.
In this season.
Yeah.
And now he's and they. I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah.
Absolutely sucks. But and this is season 8 has probably been, by virtue of it being so rushed, it's probably been the worst season. Although I don't know if it was in a different show, I wonder if it would have been so
bad,
so badly received. And there's something that Sophie Turner came out and said, Sansa, because she was reacting to the petition, and she said it's just disrespectful to the crew. And see, I think she said it was disrespectful to the people who worked on the show to demand that they do it all again. It's like, that's not what it is. It's just all that is a middle finger, and it's not a middle finger to the crew. It's not a middle finger to the cast. It's a middle finger to the writers who fucked it, who just wanted the thing to finish, and they half-assed it. And the thing is, them half-assing it, them half-assing it is more disrespectful to the crew and the actors and the production people and the directors than anything any of the fans have said. Because the bitter taste that is left in people's mouths is because of these two people who were just like, we just want this over. We want to go and make Star Wars now, so we're just gonna. HBO say, we'll give you as much time and money as you want. Now we can do it in 13 episodes over 2 seasons. We can do that.
The only thing,
and then they do that, and it sucks.
The only thing I would say though, with the petition, I wouldn't be surprised if some people actually wanted it to happen, because you should never underestimate human stupidity ever.
I missed the first part of that.
I said I wouldn't be surprised if some of those 1 million people were not just doing a middle finger; they legitimately wanted it to happen. 2 things are in
probably
the universe and human stupidity. So let's not forget that people are dumb as shit. Also,
there were probably some, but you've got to consider that there's no, if 50 million people signed it, it might make an executive go, but 1 million, no.
I'm not convinced that everyone would think that way. I would imagine the majority of people would.
I don't think anyone was under any delusions. Some people maybe. So there are some stupid people, I agree.
Yeah. I'd never say with certainty on that one. The other thing that would concern me is when we go back to this whole social media thing where people have become compartmentalized and they can say whatever they want, that could possibly be the straw that broke the camel's back. I wouldn't be surprised if every single one of them got death threats from at least one person.
Everyone gets death threats though.
Yeah. But
we'll probably, you know what, when this podcast gets, if and when it gets bigger, we'll get death threats. Everybody gets them.
Yeah.
No matter your opinion, everybody gets them. And if you're a celebrity, you get them weekly.
But then
I imagine people were giving death threats to them in season 1.
I get that, but for one, it doesn't make it okay. And 2,
no, it doesn't make it okay, but at the same time,
and 2, they're all human. And if you're going to get that all the time, I would imagine that I'd eventually go, you know what, fuck off with your fucking petition, fuck you, and then storm off. That's what I'd do.
Well, that's fine. And she, I mean, I'm not debating her saying that, because it is a bit. She has a point. It is a bit disrespectful to those people who, because she talked about like 50-something night shoots on
Yeah,
location
on the third
for
one. It was 53, wasn't
for
it?
episode 3.
That's nuts.
That is nuts.
In Belfast, of all places,
yeah.
wet Ireland.
Yeah.
Wet,
in the
cold
cold.
Ireland.
Yeah, in the cold.
Yeah.
In the winter. And
winter had
like
come.
I think like these people suffered for their art, but the art they suffered for had no foundation to it. And like when I look at like people criticizing, because there's a lot of people criticizing it, people have said no one I've seen anyway. I mean, I don't really watch Idiots, so I suppose it's part of it. But people aren't going after the actors because you can tell. The thing is, you can tell the actors aren't entirely happy with it either.
No, I have seen some, and it changed my views on some of them as well.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know why. It was like a gut reaction. It was like a gut reaction. I was like, oh, okay then. It was Daenerys and Emilia Clarke.
Yeah,
she was like, yeah, best season ever, and I was like, oh. And she said it sarcastically, and I don't know. It just made me feel a bit cross. Like I've got nothing to do with Game of Thrones. She's in it, and I was like, oh, that's not a nice thing to say.
It's just like, I'm warning you.
Yeah.
And like Grey Worm next to her laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, yeah. But like when you hear her reaction to reading the script, and she was like, I left the house and I walked around London for hours not knowing what to do. And she was talking about this, she was like drinking because she was trying to medicate herself with alcohol. And she was just getting depressed about it, and because this was going to be the final thing we saw of Daenerys, and I was just like, I feel you, and it's like people aren't mad at her. They're like, yeah, they're just like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry that these two people fucked you essentially, and made you feel that way. Because they couldn't be asked anymore.
Yeah.
Part of me loves bad art because it makes me want to do better.
Yeah.
But part of bad art just makes me go like, this got greenlit. This.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll be watching much TV from now on, Lee. I think the black pill has settled, and unless something is completely finished and it's finished well, I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to waste my time. Time is the most important currency we have,
and it's the only one we can't get back, Matt.
It's the only one we can't get back. The only one we can't get back, and I will not have it wasted on bullshit.
So while we've been talking about this, I have been on the Change.
I'm very angry.
I've been on the change.org website, and I'm looking through the reasons. Some people are really cross with her. They're really cross with Sophie Turner and Kit Harington, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've got to. I don't know what Kit Harington said, but
let's find out.
I understand that they want to defend. Their thing. Like, that's fine. Because you can tell that both of them, particularly Sophie Turner, has put so much effort into Sansa.
Yeah.
And I think Kit Harington's done the same. Yeah. This is what made them both stars.
Yeah.
So they've got an attachment to it. I understand they're defending the showrunners.
Yeah. Apparently, he told the haters to go fuck themselves.
Hey man, I can't hate him for that. That's fine. He did the thing that you said, where it's like, you know what, fuck off.
Yeah, I think that's what I would have done. I think because it's a human reaction, isn't it? If something, because I can't imagine what it's got to be like to have something sort of for that long mean so much to you, and someone to say that it's shit. That's almost going to be like telling someone their kid's ugly, isn't it? You know, and you're going to be like, fuck off, fuck off. That's going to be like the gut reaction, isn't it? You know, that instant, like, lizard brain reaction. Fuck you. I was in fucking Belfast 53 days. You've been sat on your ass watching my show, thinking you're a fucking commentator. Fuck off.
I've been freezing in the cold for 55 days.
So you can sit on your lazy ass and
take
eat crisps and then go on Twitter and say how much you hated it. Go back to your fucking boring life is what I would think. And then I would articulate a fuck off.
A more measured response to that.
Or just a shorter one. Just piss off.
Well, it's the other thing is people, these... Without the people watching it, though, who are they? Who are the actors? Without the people who watch and who have bigged it up and who have made it as successful as it has been. I mean, you do owe something to them, and it's. I'm not defending the haters.
No. Haters gonna hate, Matt, aren't they? Haters gonna hate.
They are.
Is what they say.
Are. And it is what they say. It's what people say.
Yeah.
But you've killed me with Taylor Swift there. But at the end of the day, I think these take these people for granted. The people who watch your show, because they're not. I mean, there are no limits to human stupidity, but there are some limits. And when you do something, people notice. Enough people have noticed to really like. And it's anger. I mean, it's. I don't know. I just wish people would be like. I wish there could be someone who responded. Because this is the thing. This is the state of our discourse. No one's going to respond to him and sit down next to him and go, "It's not you. We're not. It's not you. We're mad at."
Yeah.
It's not you. It's not any of the people who actually grafted. It's the people who made the decisions that made it all go wrong. It's. I wish they had someone next to them, because they don't. No. They don't have anyone next to them going, I don't think they're mad at you, because they love you, and they love Amelia, and they love Sophie Turner.
I don't know. They probably do. People do. I imagine their agents would be stroking their head and telling them everything's going to be okay. I'd want my agent to do that if I had an agent.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a support group. I imagine they've got a support network around them as well.
Yeah. Could you imagine if there was a support group, survivors of Game of Thrones, and they sit in like a leisure centre every Friday and talk about their feelings?
The ones who lived, not the ones who died. The ones who lived up to the last episode, and all the ones who got killed off beforehand are like happily strolling down the street. Like, hey! Yeah, like Ramsey and Oberyn are like fist pumping, like, "Hey man, how you doing?"
They got their secret handshake.
Yeah. Yeah, it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate, and like people invest themselves in these things as well, which is another sort of symptom of it's another symptom. As the world gets crazier, people get into escapism even more. People bury themselves in escapism, and it's immersion. You get immersed, and then you get yanked out of it.
Yeah, totally. Because I don't blame anyone. I don't blame anyone for this. I'll moan at them for being childish and shitty and everything like that. But I don't blame them. I've spent years watching this as well, and it's not the ideal way that I wanted it to end. But I hadn't, like yesterday, for example, I didn't really think about Game of Thrones. I can't remember what I thought about, really. I was at work. I think I was thinking about my dissertation. That's what I was doing. I was like, life goes on.
I think I was editing yesterday. I was editing something.
Yeah. So I don't begrudge anyone. I just, I think
like anyone
it's
who
all
hates it, anyone who's defending it, like
it's all a symptom of the same thing. What I'm cross about is that no one's having proper discourse with anything at the moment, and everyone's just throwing their toys out their pram, and everyone needs to get a fucking grip, which is a huge generalization, because I'm sure some people have not thrown their toys out of the pram and don't need to get a grip. But we live in a world of generalizations now, so you all need to get a fucking grip. All of you included, Matt, because I said everyone, and I mean everyone.
Do you mean everyone except you?
Yeah, because everyone's wrong and I'm right.
You're gripping the thing. You're like,
yeah,
hold it. Hold this thing. I'm gripping.
Yeah.
No, it's yeah. No, it's done now.
I
probably won't invest myself in anything like that again because there's no point.
I bet you
will. I don't know, a book maybe. So this is the thing. I'm going to be like, I'm going to not care anymore.
You're going to be a jilted lover for some time, Matt. But I guarantee you something will come along and it will make you love again, and then it will break your heart again, and then we'll be having this conversation in 10 years. 100%. Lost. Lost, for example.
I don't know. I think it's like any jilted love. It leaves you wiser.
Yeah.
How
did you feel at the end of Lost?
I didn't watch the end of Lost.
Yeah. Did you make?
They moved it to Sky, and I couldn't watch it anymore. So I was like, oh no. Oh well, never mind.
Did you?
No, I think. No, I think it was. I got to episode. I missed like a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
And the thing, if you missed a couple of episodes of Lost,
then
it was just like.
Then they're on Mars, and you're like, oh,
then,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Who are these people? Why are there suddenly a lot of people here? Are they in the past? Why are they in the past? What's going on?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
How much time did you invest in Lost?
Oh God.
Because I invested a lot of time in it, and I was cross towards the end. I didn't get to the ending, but I was very cross. And I was like, "Fucking spent loads of fucking time on this. Ugh, well, fuck off then." And then,
how much time did I invest in Lost? I think I got to season 5. Whichever season they moved it to Sky One, and I couldn't watch it anymore.
I'm not sure, but I was really cross with how
I think it was 5.
It all got a bit weird, and I was like, "Oh, I don't like this anymore." And then I was cross at TV. But then since then, I've watched loads of shows.
Well, like I end up falling out of a habit. Like I watched The Expanse for ages, and then for some reason, I got distracted by something, and I haven't gone back yet.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to wait until that finishes.
Yeah.
Before I re-engage. Because this is the thing, like there are plenty of good shows out there. And you can watch them at your leisure. There are plenty of ones that have been and gone that are still around that you can watch, like Band of Brothers, man.
Yeah.
I watched Band of Brothers for the first time last year. And that was a fantastic show.
Yeah.
That stayed consistent throughout. It didn't get rubbish.
Yeah. I didn't watch Luther until it had finished.
I fell out of the habit of watching Luther as well, because there were so few of them and they were so far apart.
Yeah,
that it became very difficult to. That I think I missed a season or something like that because I was away. But there's a lot of natural stopping points and stuff.
Yeah,
like Doctor Who, there's a natural stopping point whenever there's a new one.
Yeah,
whenever there's a new Doctor. I was like, I'm not happy.
There's not supposed to be any more, though, is there? Wasn't he supposed to only have 10 lives or 9 lives or something?
He was supposed to have He was supposed to have 13, I believe.
Yeah.
And we're on to the 15th now.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're on to the 12th, the 11th, the 12th.
Oh.
Wait, fuck. What are we on? I don't know. I can't remember. I've lost count.
David Tennant was the 10th, wasn't he?
Yes. So Matt Smith, 11. Capaldi, 13. Jodie Whittaker. Wait, hang on. 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 13.
Yeah.
Jodie Whittaker's the 13th.
Yeah.
And I wasn't happy with Capaldi.
Yeah.
Well, with his seasons.
Yeah.
So I just stopped after he
regenerated.
Left.
Yeah.
Yeah. After he regenerated and Jodie Whittaker was there, I was like, okay, now I can stop watching it.
Yeah.
Not because she's a lady before anyone says anything, for fuck's sake. Because Doctor Who got rubbish.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. I can just stop now. That's fine.
Matt stopped watching it because he's a Nazi, okay? That's why he did it. He's a Nazi racist and doesn't like Gallifreyans.
Anyone. I don't like Gallifreyans especially. Coming over here, taking all our medical jobs.
Taking our medical jobs and our women for their companions. It's a cult. He's fucking people's wives. I'll tell you that.
Why do you think there are no more police boxes? Because the Gallifreyans came and fucking took them all.
Yeah,
that's why.
Coming over here, taking our police boxes, motherfucker.
Exactly. Yeah, that was like that was like maybe the most amicable breakup I've had with a series ever. Was Doctor Who, where I was just like, okay, there we go, it's over now, bye. And I didn't go back.
Not yet, but you'll be there. You'll be there at the school reunion, Matt. You'll see Doctor Who from across the room, and there'll be a little stolen kiss. I tell you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It might happen. Star Trek Discovery was another one where I was like,
"That's what happens to love, man."
Star Trek Discovery was like, there's this new thing, and it reminds me of that thing from long ago, that lost love.
Yeah.
And no.
Then it was like, I want to know what love is.
And then you open the fridge and there's a dead cat in there.
You're like,
so you leave.
And then you say, not again.
Not again. Like, okay, never mind. Well, let's leave that one. I've not been back to that one since either.
And then you have a litany of
the Orville.
Yeah.
The Orville's the new hotness. But I'm waiting for that to go shit. I'm waiting for the Orville to go shit.
This is your rebound, Matt. This is your rebound show.
What, the Orville?
Yeah. Actually, no.
Maybe.
No, that was I reckon that's like your Friends with Benefits show. And you've just had your long-time love show. You've been in a long-term relationship with Game of Thrones. And now you're going to be like, never doing TV again. Fuck TV. They're all losers. And then you're going to be there one night and you're going to be like,
they're all the fucking same.
Just out of nowhere, this new TV show is going to be there. And it's going to be fresh and exciting and just different. And that's going to be your rebound. It's not going to last long, Matt, but you're going to think I can get back on. I can get back on the.
Is that my Orville? Is that?
No, I think that's kind of your Friends with Benefits, like your peripheral relationship.
There'll be a new thing that comes out.
There's going to be a new thing.
It'd probably be Picard. That'll be my rebound. Star Trek Picard.
Yeah.
Although I'm going to wait.
Star Trek Picard.
Yeah, he's got a new. They brought back Patrick Stewart.
Shut up.
I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be chaste. I'm going to give it a little bit of time.
You're going to be a flick tease.
Before I invest.
That's what you're going to be. You're going to be a flick tease. Or you're going to try to be.
I'm going to be a massive flick tease.
Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Matt's going to lose his TV cherry all over again with Star Trek Picard. He's going to say he won't, but he won't be able to help himself. It'll be the dinner, the after work drinks, and it'll be him and Star Trek Picard. Then they'll share a taxi home.
It'll be me and Patrick Stewart
in a taxi home, and before you know it, he's woken up in a house that he doesn't know, and he's gone, I've done it again. Trust me. And I think that's going to be the same for everyone. Everyone's going to be saying the same thing, Matt. They're going to be like, TV shows are all the same.
Yeah, on
they all let you down. They always let you down. And then there's going to be a rebound show. Give it 6 months. There's going to be a new show.
That's the thing. They don't all let you down. They don't all let you down. There are some where you're like,
well, that's like love, though, isn't it? You know, that's like love, and it was brilliant, and it just didn't work out. And it didn't work out. You know, you break up amicably, or just things don't go right, and you're heartbroken. But then you part. Then you make some bad decisions.
You pick yourself up.
Yeah, and you get back on the dating.
On the scene.
Yeah, on the scene, like it for TV show. Good pun.
You get Netflix. It's like getting Tinder.
Netflix is like Tinder, isn't it?
right swipe through a bunch of shows.
And then you got YouTube, which is just like a phone, like one of those dirty phone calls.
I think YouTube is still the YouTube.
Yeah.
full of angry people and incels.
Yeah.
YouTube is still the YouTube.
Yeah.
In this case,
I reckon, Matt, give it 6 months. You're gonna have a rebound. You're gonna have a rebound TV show, and you're gonna think it's amazing, and it's gonna let you down. There we are. I think
we'll see with The Expanse. The Expanse might end up being amazing.
Yeah, or it might end up being shit.
It might end. Who knows? Who knows? C'est la vie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a free-spirited hippie for a while.
Yeah.
So always. I'll watch this for a bit, and then I'll watch this for a bit.
Matt's gonna be on his Netflix no end. He's gonna have Audible for a string of one-night stands where he can just take it and leave it. Just consume media wherever he wants. Yeah, I'm gonna booty call. Mythos by Stephen Fry. Yeah, you dirty bitch. Give me some media. Come on. Tell me about the Greek gods. And on that,
I've been thinking about getting into books.
Have you?
Getting a bit old school, yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading a book at the moment. The Quantum Magician.
Oh,
Just let me down.
No.
Chapters are way too short. One chapter was about two people going down a lift, and it was 3 pages long. And I thought, what the would you just do a scene break? I don't care that they're going down in the lift. Tell me about when they're down in the lift doing the cool shit. All these characters haven't been seen together before. I don't care. Just show me conflict. One chapter was 1 page long. I said, I'm gonna read one more chapter and then I'm gonna go to bed. It was 1 page long, and nothing really happened. I think someone pissed themselves or something.
Deserves its own chapter. Someone pissed themselves.
Yep. Well, it was kind of freaky because it was these different kind of humans, and they like touch the piss and worship the piss. It was weird.
And on that note, on that note of touching and worshipping, and on that note of the piss,
oh goodness, have we been going?
My battery once again is a little bit low.
Probably
quite possibly.
Goodness. Okay. Right.
Once again, my battery is incredibly low.
There we are. Everything is politicized because everyone's really disconnected and wants a friend. So till next week, go out and make a friend. Say hello to someone on the street. If they pull out a knife, run. And just remember, you are in a Sims game, and the guy's taken away all of the doors in the house, and we're all just sitting in our piss, weeping.
It'll be you and your friend, you and your lovely new friend, sitting next to each other on the floor in your own piss,
crying, speaking Somalian while the appliances slowly catch on fire. Good night.